Hey guys, it's dinner time and this is gonna be a great meal. Now, Jeju has a lot of specialties, and what I'm about to eat right now, the black pig, is arguably the #1 food item on this island. I mean, people travel from all around the world just to come and eat this pig. And I'm at a restaurant recommended by my local friends. It's one of the most popular restaurants for the black pig, and check this out, you can see why. It's about 7 o'clock on a Sunday, and this thing is lying out the door. The name of the restaurant is Tongsat-dong, and apparently this is where all the Korean celebrities go. Basically, everybody comes here, as you can see. Hopefully I can get a table. I'm on the list. It's gonna be about a 30-minute wait. And just sitting so close to the barbecue right now, I feel like there's a waterfall in my mouth. All I smell is the aroma of the roasted pig is like punching me in the face left and right now. Hope I can last this 30 minutes without, gnawing on my left arm. All right, it's calling my name. I'm so excited right now. Here is the pig. Wow, this came really quickly. Look at the thickness of this thing. This is, I've never seen Korean barbecue pork this thick before. That is a slab of bacon. And they call this 5-layer pork. So you can kind of see this big layer of fat kind of mingled in between the red and the fattier part of this pork. Also, the black pig is kind of known as the Wagyu of the pork world. So they just cut up little bits of garlic and chilies and put it into this, they say this it's called an anchovy, it's like an anchovy sauce. So this pork is not only gonna have the smoke just saturating it, the smoke is also gonna have a nice garlicky and maybe a little fishy flavor to it as well. The pork is being cut in front of me already. The aroma from the charcoal is borderline intoxicating. I can already smell the pork getting cooked. I can smell the fat rendering on the meat, the slight char that's being formed on the outside of the pork itself. This might be my most anticipated meal in Korea. It's been cooking about 5 minutes now. The outside of the pig is definitely getting a tan. And of course, some pieces are fattier than others. So they give me a piece of pork and he just dipped it in just a bit of salt and pepper. I was trying to get some veggies, but he's like, the first try, it's gotta be all meat. This is my type of restaurant. Cheers, guys. So this piece, he dipped it in that anchovy, garlic-infused, chili-infused sauce that was cooking over the charcoal. Guys, this is really unlike any pork I've ever had before. And there's a reason for that, because the Jeju black pig, not only is it so thick, you guys notice the difference that the meat is really red? And that's because this pig has a ton of red tissue fiber. So it gives it almost like a steak consistency rather than a porky consistency. So the meat is gonna be way chewier than most pork you've ever had. And the fat on this pig doesn't dissolve when you put it into your mouth the way you think. Because the fat is also sort of chewy. And Koreans actually consider this the Wagyu of pork. It has zero funkiness to it, like absolutely zero gaminess whatsoever. It's such a clean mouthfeel. Wow, I just had a piece with more fat in there. Let me tell you, that caught me a little bit by surprise. You guys want to go to hog heaven? Here's your ticket. I'm gonna try this piece that's got way more fat on there. And the outside of the fat is a little bit charred. Oh, just the way I like it. But the piece with the fat, you see how the fat is, it's not like your typical pork belly fat. It's actually kind of hard. And that's because this thing, even the fat is a bit chewy, but when it hits your mouth, check this out. That might be the chewiest juiciest piece of pork fat you could ever have. The fat is not soft. Like I said, it's got a good amount of chew, but every single time you sink your teeth into it, all that juice has been sealed inside. That's all infused with smoke. Great piece right there. Look at that bacon sizzling on the grill. Look at all that juice. Also, like I mentioned, the red muscle fiber gives us almost more of a steak feel than a pork feel. The pieces with like more fat, those are the greatest things. Because the grill sears the outside. So you have this tremendously gorgeous caramel colored sear on the outside of the pork. Oh, I've been looking forward to this piece. I mean, this represents the entire goodness of the pork belly. Look at that, the glistening skin. And this is like the only way you can tell what you're eating is a true black Jeju pig, is that you see the little black hairs on the skin. That might throw some of you out, but trust me, you're not tasting that. And that's the only way you can tell what you're eating is truly authentic black pig, because sometimes when you go to a restaurant where they're serving you black pig, it's not black pig. In this piece, look at this. The meat part, gorgeous golden sear on the outside, glistening porky skin and fat. This, the juice, that's all trapped in here. That's my favorite bite because of the skin. Although the words chewy and maybe a little elasticy or maybe elasticity may not be the typical words you're looking for when describing the deliciousness of a pig, but trust me when I say, you're gonna wanna hog this out to yourself and squeal with delight after every single bite. There's really no wrong way to eat this pork. So content. So satisfied. It's like I'm eating the Maserati version of pork right now. And this is not cheap. This is about $40 a pound, which is how much steak costs. So if you love pork, or maybe you don't like pork because of the gaminess, or maybe the fat is too much for you, this is your calling. I've eaten a 2-person portion of this right now, and I feel like I could go for double this, which I might, but they're really upset with me because I've been sitting here talking about this and not eating as much. Anyway, guys, if you are ever in Jeju, this is the top of your food list right here. This you have to have if you are ever here. So of course, I'll put the location of this place in my description box. It's a really awesome place. I mean, it is packed with people. Also, all my local friends recommended it, and I can see why. All right, I gotta finish this up before they get too mad at me. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.